Hello everybody, welcome back. Okay, well, we're now going to hail the Lassie ship and tell them we have the information, so they'll lower their shields. When they do that, we'll lower our shields but put power to weapons and then launch a few torpedoes his way and see if that will get him to run off, and hopefully the Enterprise will arrive soon. So, let's go ahead and hail the Lassies.
Well, Captain Kirk, I trust you and your valiant crew have retrieved the data I requested.
Not yet. We're having trouble accessing all the data files. Yes, we have. You'll have to beam over and get it, though. The computer's subspace transmitter is out.
How convenient, Kirk. We'll beam over, but no tricks. My sensors read that only your shields have power. Lower them now.
We'll comply. Kirk out.
Alright, now Spock. For power to weapons.
With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to
weapons.
Power allocated to weapon systems, Captain.
Sensors indicate that the Lassie ship has lowered its shields. I suggest we prepare your surprise soon, Captain. They will beam over any moment.
Okay, so now we do Kirk and
Mr. Spock, what is the condition?
The photon torpedoes are loaded and ready to be fired.
Flew off one of his nacelles.
Kirk, I should have known you'd try something underhanded like this. Weapons Master, fire all weapons on the Republic!
We can't, Captain. All weapon systems offline. Captain, the Enterprise is coming on high-speed approach.
Activate cloaking device, Kirk, until we meet again.
Not too soon, I hope.
Watch yourself, Captain. It may be sooner than you realize.
Enterprise to Captain Kirk. Are you safe, sir?
We're fine, Lieutenant.
Sir, we picked up another ship nearby, and we came as fast as we could. It appeared to cloak. Were you attacked by Romulans?
No, Ensign. It looks like the Alassi have been doing some business with him. Scotty, beam us back. We need to find that ship that attacked the Republic.
Aye, Captain.
Captain's log, stardate 6089.6. We are in pursuit of the starship that destroyed the Republic. Its trail is leading us to the planet Vardane, a member of the Federation whose motives have not always matched the high ideals of other Federation cultures.
Captain, I did not expect to hear you judge an entire culture. I understand the Republic.
I had bad experiences with the Vardane long ago, Mr. Spock.
Fascinating. Captain, I am reading a Constitution-class starship heading for Vardane at warp factor 5.
Captain, its transponder codes match ours.
Found the duplicate.
Sensors indicate it is an exact duplicate of the Enterprise, including hull markings.
Open hailing frequencies. Increase to warp factor 8. Send a message to Starfleet. Open hailing frequency. Increase to warp factor 8. Send a message to Starfleet.
Yeah, head to the fast and send that message.
Captain, that ship, whoever it is slowing to warp 3 and plotting an intercept course toward us.
Captain, we're being hailed by the enemy ship.
Captain Kirk, this is the Enterprise 2. I am Dr. Ayaz Burdell of the Verdane Defense Force. You do remember me, don't you, Captain?
The Vardane are really big into genetic and cybernetic enhancements with people. They're basically trying to redo the eugenic wars again. That's the reason why they're in such conflict with the Federation.
I remember you. 10 years ago, when I was on the Farragut, we exposed your unethical practices to the Vardane Council.
The old Verdane Council. Politics is such a fickle business. The new one is much less concerned with trivial concerns. I remember your part in my disgrace, which is why when we began to construct our own Constitution-class ships, I insisted that we have our own Enterprise.
How did you manage to build a Constitution-class ship? You have 10 seconds to lower your shields and power down your weapons, or we will fire. You won't get away with this. The Vardane can't honestly expect to take on the entire Federation. How did you manage to build a Constitution-class ship?
I want to find out.
Our intelligence network is better than yours, Captain. How else does one gather secret information?
You are a member of the Federation. You have signed Federation treaties.
And we shall break them. The Federation's interference in our internal affairs is intolerable.
You must have been building that ship long before the Turgan crisis.
Captain, all wars require justification. They aren't supposed to be fun. You have your justification and I have mine. Don't take diplomacy so seriously. However, Captain...
We'll see who gets the last laugh, Bridell.
I'm sorry about that. I think he's saying that he will spare the ship if Kirk will beam over.
I'm sure you would. You're a fool, Bridell. You can't defeat a trained Federation crew unless you ambush them. We'll see who gets the last laugh, Bridell. I'm sure you would. We'll see who gets the last laugh, Bridell.
I have noted that the Federation enjoys talking, Captain. You may talk yourself to your grave. Prepare to be destroyed.
Now, normal combat tactics in this does not work. There is a trick in this. As soon as the battle starts, decelerate. Just go to a standstill. For some reason, the Enterprise 2 starts to orbit you, and then you can take out the escorts that the Enterprise 2 has.
Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
Say like this, and he's just orbiting us. You see he'll pass right by. See, he's just orbiting, so...
The Vardane will neither ask for quarter nor give any, Captain.
The Vardane are jamming all frequencies, Captain.
There are several Elassie ships closing rapidly along with our fleet. It seems Bridell has called up reinforcements.
Okay. Now, we need to take these guys out. Gotta be careful not to hit the Enterprise 2, though, or else... he'll start attacking me. Come on.
Aye, sir.
Target analysis on.
Good, that one's out. Come on, Scotty, get those engines going.
I don't know how long she can take it, Captain.
Okay, now let's just take a few minutes here to
Aye, sir.
repair the ship since the Enterprise 2 is orbiting us. Let's take some time to get everything fixed up and looking good. Sorry about how long this is going to take. The hull section can sometimes take some time to repair.
Aye, sir.
Shields up and running again and stuff. I know this may seem a little weird that he's just orbiting and stuff, but that's the trick to this in battle. A lot of people say that you can do it doing the traditional way and stuff. I've tried it before. I think I've done it once, but other than that, it's hard to do. Because you're fighting 3 ships, and the Enterprise 2, one of its photon torpedoes launches plasma cannons. So That shoots a plasma torpedo, so it's not exact duplicate. Let me start getting him into my sights. Start following him, so when I can immediately start up on him.
Hull repaired, Captain. Aye, sir.
Okay, those shields. Get those fully paired up. Not this song.
Target analysis off. Target analysis off.
Just got some damage to his bottom.
Shields repaired, Captain.
Let's see if I can get him in his sights again. Well, getting some damage on him. Come on. Come on, let's show your face again. Glad his forward shields are getting damaged. This way, if he ever does decide to go ahead and face me, he's gonna get a bullet. His hull's damaged. Just a few more. Hopefully, one more pass. He just can't get a beat on me because he's following following the Enterprise too closely. He can't turn fast enough. I'm gonna go ahead and start speeding up here and start fighting him the right way. It's just such a his own pulse engine's damaged. He's probably slowing down. Come on. Want to defeat them all with phasers? Got him.
That's the last of them, Captain.
Well, that's over.
Duplicate Enterprise, indeed. That alien contraption was no match for the real thing.
What if the Vardain have more Constitution-class vessels?
The Federation will blockade Vardain until they agree to destroy their weapons facilities and all non-authorized ships.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the destruction of the USS Republic and evaluate your performance at 100%. You and your crew received 4 commendation points. A perfect mission, Jim. You are a model for all Starfleet. We have reviewed your overall performance for this year at 100%, Enterprise.
Aha.
Magnificent, Jim. Just magnificent. This will end up in the Starfleet Academy textbooks. My congratulations to you and your crew. They're talking about making you an admiral, Jim. But for now, I'm authorized to give you and your crew shore leave.
Shore leave at last. I know this great spot on Cameron Star, Jim. You'll love it.
Where you will no doubt, Doctor, wallow in sensory overload and emotional display.
Well, heck, Spock, it wouldn't be any fun otherwise. Jim, we've got to find some way to get this Vulcan to let his ears down.
Spock, you will come with us, won't you?
I cannot let go by a chance to study the primitive and raw emotional outburst at the level I anticipate, Captain.
That's the spirit, Spock. Okay, Admiral. What are you waiting for?
I've got some adventure left in me before I accept an Admiral's desk job, Bones. Take us out of here, Mr. Sulu. Warp factor 4.
Well, that was Star Trek 25th Anniversary Enhanced CD-ROM. It was...
Very few people have the ability to fire up our imaginations and make us think about the human condition. Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek, was one of those people. He took us where no man has gone before and beyond. He created a starship, its crew, and an entire universe and brought them to life for millions of people. Without Gene, there would have been no Star Trek computer game or a Star Trek television series. Gene Roddenberry, born 1921, died 1991. We honor your memory.
Load a previously saved game.
Gene Roddenberry did create something that was unique and great, in my opinion. Star Trek has always been one of my favorite things. I grew up with it. My parents were fans of the Star Trek, the original series, and I remember being real young watching the syndications of it and watching when Next Generation first premiered, and same with Deep Space Nine, which Deep Space Nine is my favorite of all the series. This game brings back a lot of memories, though, because this is one of the first games that I played on the computer that I played all the way through. Most time back at this time, most games were shareware, so you only complete the first story out of 6 or 8 that they may have on the original game may have. So this was kind of a great way of finishing a game without having to worry about having to find out that there's more to the story and you have to send $20 over the mail and have a disc sent to you. With the enhanced CD-ROM edition, though, it allowed the voice acting from all the original voice acting in there to really impact more, to make it seem more like it is episodes in the 4th season of Star Trek. I only wish it was a little bit longer. 7 missions is, for my opinion, is a little short, but for the most part, it's pretty good. There's a few little issues here and there, like William Shatner's voice acting in the beginning was kind of mediocre. It gets a little bit better as it comes along, but that's William Shatner for you. But I have to say that everyone else performed great. I just wish that people like Uhura, Chekhov, Sulu, and Scotty had more lines. It was mostly just focused around Kirk, McCoy, and Spock, with a red shirt here and there. And I kind of wish that the red shirts, you didn't get such a penalty for having them die, since Star Trek always had the red shirts die. If this was a real Star Trek season, those red shirts would have all died. But for the most part, it's a fun game, and the combat is sometimes can get a little choppy, sometimes it's a little slow to respond, as you can see with the last one with the Enterprise 2 just orbiting me. But yeah, this was Star Trek 25th Anniversary. I really love the game. I love the voice, also the sound effects. The sound effects in this was superb. The Enterprise's ship, the transporters, the ambient sound in the background, especially when you're on the planet Dreadful, hearing the animal callings in the background and stuff. It's really I'm bad with pronouncing words, but it really brings in the atmosphere of the show, of the game. Makes you feel like you're really there. And just also all the things that goes through there, all these characters and stuff. I am going to be doing another game after this one. I'm going to go ahead and tell you now what it is, rather than just surprising you, because some of you might already know what's coming up. And by the time that more people start watching this and more subscribers or something that may appear, most likely the next one will already be out. It's going to be Star Trek Judgment Rights. Judgment Rights was the sequel to 20th Anniversary that was released in November of 1993, with a CD-ROM edition coming out a year later. In that one is also the voice acting of all the characters, but including also 2 guest stars, which I won't reveal until you actually see the opening sequence for it. The cutscenes are a lot more dramatic. They're 3D rendered. They look really nice. The music is a lot more clear. The voice acting is a lot more sharper, and also William Shatner does a lot more better acting in it. The only problem is the not the guest stars, but the other voice actors that they brought in, the people that probably like have a desk job there at Interplay. Some of them did very bad voice acting, and you can see some of that really early on in the game. But there's also some sound effect problems. The bridge does not sound the same. The transporters have a weird ting to them. But other than that, the animation in the second one is great. I mean, animation was good in this one. I really like some of the animation that he did, especially like when McCoy was working on Harry Mudd, seeing him pulling out the hypo out of his med kit and, you know, injecting him and then putting it back in. But the second one brings in a lot more animation than just the simple sawing motion that Kirk did on a diathenium crystal. So I'll be loading that one up soon. I'll be start recording that for long and
restart the game. Quit the game.
And here we just go ahead and just quit. Takes you right back into DOS. So I will also be releasing 2 videos. Well, 1 video actually, after I'm done with Judgment Rights, on how to get these to work on your modern system. It's using DOSBox, and I can show you the setup needed in case if you have these at home and you haven't been able to play them for years. I will show you how you can get these games to run again, because it's really fun to play old retro games. Nowadays, you really don't really need to worry about that, because GOG, goodoldgames.com, now have this available to buy. Same with Judgment Rights, for pennies on a dollar, basically. But if you can't afford that, or if you don't really want to order them off there and you already have the disc in front of you, I'll show you how to do it through DOSBox. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun playing it again and be able to relive all this. It's a good old nostalgic trip for me to my childhood. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you all with Star Trek Judgment Rights. Bye for now.